Hi, I'm Sophie, and I'm going to tell you about a super cool book called The Whole Brain Child. It teaches grown-ups and kids how our brains work and how to use all the parts together so life is easier and happier. I'll talk in kid words like we're on the playground, sharing snacks. Ready? Let's go. First, imagine your brain is a house with 2 floors. The downstairs brain is the fast, loud part that keeps you safe. It's where big feelings live, like anger, fear, and the run, alarm. The upstairs brain is the smart part that helps you think, plan, share, and do what's fair. There's a little staircase in the middle that lets the 2 floors talk. When I'm calm, the staircase is open and the upstairs can help. When I flip my lid, the staircase slams shut and downstairs yells, "I'm taking over!" The goal of this book is to help the 2 floors be teammates, not enemies. Now picture your brain like a team with 2 players named Lefty and Righty. Lefty likes words, logic, lists, and facts like a tiny lawyer with a pencil. Righty loves pictures, music, feelings, and stories like a tiny artist with glitter. When Lefty and Righty hold hands, I understand what I feel, and I can explain it. If they don't hold hands, I feel mixed up, like trying to read a book while someone plays drummers in my ear. So we want Lefty plus Righty together, and upstairs plus downstairs together. That's called integration, which is a fancy word for working as one team. Okay, here are some brain smart moves with fun names I can remember. First move, connect and redirect. When I'm upset, my right brain feelings are loud. If you start with left brain logic, like, it's not a big deal, I might get louder, so connect to my feelings first. That was really scary. Or, you're super disappointed. When I feel understood, my body loosens, my shoulders drop, and the staircase opens. Then you can redirect with logic. Now, let's figure out what to do. Feelings first, problem solving second. It's like giving me a hug before handing me a map. Second move, name it to tame it. When a memory or feeling is roaring like a lion, telling the story turns it into a kitten. We put words on the feelings and the events. You fell off the scooter, you got shocked and hurt, and people ran over to help. When I tell the story out loud, or draw it, I feel braver, because my lefty and righty are holding hands. The lion shrinks, because I can see it clearly. Third move, engage, don't enrage. If you shout orders at my downstairs brain, it gets puffed up and wants to fight. But if you invite my upstairs brain to help, what's a fair solution? How can we fix this? Then the ballsy downstairs part quiets down. Asking me to think makes me feel big and capable, and then I start acting big and capable. Fourth move, move it or lose it. Sometimes my feelings are too loud for words. My body is full of fizz, like a soda. Moving my body helps dump the fizz. I can jump, shake my hands, do wall push-ups, run to the mailbox and back, or dance like a noodle. When my body calms, my brain calms. Then I can talk and listen. So if you see me stormy, try. Want to do 10 jumps with me? It's like pressing the reset button. Fifth move, use it or lose it. The upstairs brain grows stronger when I practice using it. You can let me make small choices, plan tiny schedules, solve simple problems, and think about other people's feelings. What's your plan for homework? How do you think your friend felt? Every time I practice, the upstairs muscles get buff. Someday they'll be super strong for big kid problems. Sixth move, mind remote. Rewind, fast forward, pause. Pretend I have a remote control for my mind. Rewind helps me remember what happened and tell the story. Pause helps me stop in the middle of a big feeling and take a breath. Fast forward helps me imagine what might happen next if I choose A or B. When I use my mind remote, I'm the boss of my story, not the other way around. Seventh move, remember to remember. Memory is like a sticky note wall inside my head. We can make good sticky notes by talking about our day at dinner, telling family stories, or making little books of important times. When I practice remembering, my brain learns to file memories neatly, so they don't jump out and scare me later. Eighth move, sift. This stands for sensations, images, feelings, thoughts. It's like checking my backpack so nothing weird gets left inside. I ask, what sensations do I feel in my body? What images pop into my mind? What feelings are here? What thoughts are talking? When I sift, I find clues, like my tummy is tight. I see the test paper in my head. I feel worried. I'm thinking I'll fail. Once I find the clues, I can handle them, like turning on a light so the monster under the bed becomes just a teddy bear. Ninth move, wheel of awareness. Imagine a bright wheel. The middle hub is the calm part of me that can notice everything without freaking out. The spokes go out to the things I can notice. Sounds, sights, breath, body, feelings, thoughts. I can put my attention on one spoke at a time, like my breathing, and then gently move to another. The more I practice visiting the hub, the easier it is to stay calm, even when the outside is noisy. 10th move. Feel it to heal it. If I skip feelings, they hide and pop out later, like surprise Jack in the Boxes. If I let feelings show up, mad, sad, scared, and I'm safe with a kind person, they usually move through like clouds across the sky. We can say, big feelings are welcome, and they don't last forever. That helps me trust myself. 11th move, state to trait. When I practice a calm state many times, breathing, naming feelings, solving problems, my brain builds a new trait. That means calm starts to be my normal, not just a sometimes thing. Practice doesn't make perfect, but it makes patterns, and patterns make life easier. 12th move, river of well-being. Imagine, I'm in a little boat floating down a river. One bank is chaos, everything is wild and messy. The other bank is rigidity, everything is stiff and bossy. I don't want to crash into either side. I paddle in the middle, where it's flexible and steady. The moves from this book are my paddles. If I get too close to chaos, I breathe, move, and connect. If I get too stiff, I imagine, play, and tell a story. Lefty and righty, upstairs and downstairs, everyone helps me steer. Let's try some real-life scenes so you can hear how it sounds. Scene 1, grocery store meltdown. I want candy. Mom says no. Downstairs, brain flips the table. I'm yelling, eyes wet, body hot. Mom kneels and connects. You really want that candy? And hearing no? Feels terrible? That's right. I sniff. She waits a moment, breathing with me. Then she redirects. Let's make a candy plan. You can pick one on Saturday after lunch. Want to take a picture of the candy now so we remember? We snap the picture. My shoulders drop. Okay. We move it or lose it by pushing the cart fast like a train for 10 steps. Choo-choo. Meltdown passed. Scene 2. Homework worry. My tummy twists when I see the math sheet. Dad says, Sift check. Where do you feel it? What image do you see? What feeling? What thought? I say, tummy tight. Picture of red X's, feeling scared, thought, I can't. He nods. Let's name it to tame it. You're scared of getting it wrong. Yeah, I nod. We fast forward. If you try just 3 problems, what might happen? I say, maybe I get one right and feel better. Dad says, move it or lose it. 2 minutes of jumping jacks first. We jump. Then I do 3 problems. He gives descriptive praise. You tried even when you were scared, and you found 2 answers. I puff up with pride. Scene 3. Sibling fight. My brother took my blue marker. I roar. Mom is the coach. You're both frustrated. Pause. Rule. No hitting, no mean names. We breathe. Mom engages our upstairs brains. What's a fair plan? I say, timer, for turns. Brother says, I get green meanwhile. Mom writes it on a sticky our mind remote note and sticks it to the table. We follow it. The marker is just a marker again, not World War marker. Scene 4, bad dream. I wake up from a scary dream about a giant shadow. My heart is sprinting. Dad connects. That dream felt super real and super scary. We name it to tame it by telling the story, and then we draw the shadow, wearing silly sunglasses. We move our bodies by doing 5 slow bear breaths. Breathe in through the nose, hold, breathe out through the mouth. Dad reminds me of the hub of the wheel. Feel your back on the bed. Hear the quiet. Notice your breath. My insides go from thunder to gentle rain. Scene 5. Big mistake. I spilled juice on Grandma's table. I want to hide. Grandma says, everyone makes mistakes. Let's rewind what happened, and then let's fast forward to what we can do. We rewind. I reached too fast. We fast forward. Get a towel. Say sorry. Pour slower next time. She gives me a job. You be the towel captain. And I feel useful instead of ashamed. The state of oops but okay grows into a trait of I can fix things. Here are tiny superhero phrases I keep in my pocket. I see you're really upset. That felt scary. Let's breathe together. Want to move your body? What's your plan? Let's tell the story. Rewind, pause, fast forward. Sift, body, pictures, feelings, thoughts. How can we make it fair? You worked hard, even when it was hard. These words open doors in my brain like magic. And guess what? This whole brain stuff isn't only for kids. It helps everyone. Grown-ups have downstairs moments too. When they pause, breathe, and tell their own story, their upstairs comes back online. When families practice together, the house feels calmer, kinder, and a lot more fun. We don't try to be perfect robots. We try to be good teammates. So, the whole brain child is really the whole brain family. Lefty and righty hold hands. Upstairs and downstairs climb the staircase together. We move our bodies when feelings get fizzy. We tell our stories so they don't boss us around. We use our mind remote to pause, rewind, and fast forward. We check our sift like a backpack. We visit the calm hub on the wheel of awareness. We paddle our boat between chaos and rigidity, right down the river where life feels just right. Thanks for listening to me. I'm Sophie, and I believe you can do this. With a little practice, your words and breaths become gentle superpowers. And when we use our superpowers together, home feels brighter, school feels easier, and our hearts feel braver.